Okay. Get this adjusted just a little bit. Perfect. All right. Cataclysm, dark days ahead. It's it was a no go. The Mechabellum. I was not able to get it to go on an old PC. So if you've got an old PC and you still want to play some games, and maybe you don't have money either, or not a lot of money, or maybe you got tons of money and you just want a different game. Cataclysm, Dark Days Ahead. This bad boy will run on pretty much anything. It is also free, but if you like the game, consider, you know, getting getting a Patreon sponsor and, or contributing to the code if you're, so inclined. The releases are stored a little weird if you're not used to it. They are on the GitHub release pages. This is a code repository for people, but you can ignore everything else. You just come down to the assets. You make sure you show all the assets. And if you've got a Linux, you can pick from here, and a Mac, you can pick from here. This is a WebAssembly setup, which is crazy. And then the one that we'll be using is the Windows graphics and sounds. After you download it, you have a zip file in your downloads folder. I recommend putting it inside of one of the folders that is inside your user folders. I created one called Games, and you drag that into here, and then you right click, and you can extract all. And it takes a little bit, but once it's done, you end up with a folder. You can change the name. It's going to automatically rename it the same as the zip file. And once you've got that, you've got everything you need. And the reason you want it inside of one of your folders instead of one of the system folders deeper down is so that you don't have to deal with any permissions issues or anything like that. From here, if you don't want to have to come back in here to play it, you just right click here and pin it to your start. I've already done so, and that means that I don't have to have this. I don't have to have this. Anytime I want to play, I just click like that. There we go. Beautiful. Now, I haven't set this up at all, except to make it full screen. I thought I'd go over a little bit of how all of that's done. First of all, you can use the mouse. However, a lot of this game is really designed around keyboard use. It is a retro roguelike. It is a game that has a dated look, but is so deep and so full of gameplay. And it has been actively developed upon for a long time. It is spectacular. And the funny thing is they've never taken it out of their like early access, zero version, which is amazing also, but it's a tremendously deep game for which multiple like full size games are a little bit based off of this. If you've played Project Zomboid, they mention it openly in their own achievements and everything. It's pretty crazy. So I highly recommend this game. The first thing we've got to do, though, and I'm using the arrow keys to move left and right, is we've got to create a world in which these things will happen. You get a save file when you create your character, and that save file applies to a world. And you can only run one character on a world at a time, but those characters die. And when they die, maybe you didn't want to lose everything. Well, you can technically start a new character in the same world and try to collect your stuff. Of course, the zombies and stuff have still continued to trudge along in there, so it might not be quite how you remember it, but it's really interesting and it's really deep, and I really like it. So we're gonna create a world. Gonna give our world a name. We're gonna call it something. What are we gonna call it? So it's just the name of the world, and it's really about what did we set up our settings for, and we're really gonna go with a standard world. So I'm gonna call this our standard world because I'm just so inventive when it comes to names. Really, just knowing what a thing is really helps. So we are going to F for finish. Anything you see with the little brackets next to it's telling you where the key commands are. You can press the lowercase y or the capital Y, and it will still work. But most of the time, you want to match the case. All right. So now we can create a new game. We can use a preset character. I haven't saved any since this install, so this is brand new, so I have nothing in there. A terrifying random generation, which you could do, but you're like, there's so much variance, you just do not know what you'll end up with. And then there's play now. If you just want to get in here and you don't want to go through any of the difficulties of setting something up, but that's not what we want to do. We've come here to role play surviving the zombie apocalypse, and that means we will be deciding which character we are actually going to do. So it's going to load these files. If this is your first time, which it is for me, it's going to be a minute. Normally it is a little faster than this, so you don't have to worry about it when you're coming back in. But the very first time, it's got some work to do. There it is. Little patience. It's got a lot of things to verify. There we go. Oh yeah. All right. So. Points. Survivor is the only option here. No point limits are enforced. Create a character with the intention of telling a story or challenging yourself. Excellent. And that's probably tied into the fact that they're still on their 0 version. So, but we will. I'm going to be extremely explainy this first time. But as I continue to die over and over again, I'm not going to keep explaining these things. So it's all going to be kind of a one-off situation if you want it tutorialized. If you've already played this game, I do apologize. I'm going to explain it badly, and I'm going to do that more or less on purpose to keep some mystery in the game. And because I am not... That's great at explaining everything. Anyway, so we start with a scenario, and the reason you want to kind of pick the scenario first is it makes the most difference in your gameplay. Scenarios are basically where you start, and the standard is the evacuee. You have survived the initial wave of panic and achieved relative safety in one of the many government evac shelters. Evac shelters have food, they've got water, they've got emergency jackets, and if you're lucky, sometimes they even have first aid supplies. They will often contain another NPC. Oh God, I hope that's still correct. So, they change a lot of things in it, and I've been surprised before. And having another NPC or having another character with you is huge. It's double everything. When you have 2 people who can take shots with guns, when you have 2 people who can carry things, it's a big deal. And controlling them and their AI has gotten way better, so it's really quite fun. It's like having friends in any of the like Fallout games or anything like that. In that they are a hazard sometimes as much as they are a help in the same way. Okay, so friends to the end. You and your friends always talked about what you'd do when the world ended. Now it's come true, and you've made your way to the remote cabin where your friend Liam has always said to head for. Oh, is that oh, no. It's been a hell of a journey, and you hope Liam and the others have made it in one piece. Okay, check to see if Liam is okay. Now that's fun. I don't think I've ever done that one. Now you're gonna start to see little like numbers on things, and that's what it's saying is it's got like a setup where that would start to change and impact these things here, which tells you how powered you are against your scenario. You know, how are you going to deal with your situation? And just so you know, regardless of what you see up here, you can die in this game just so easy, and that's kind of the point. It really makes it quite exciting. And you've got a lot of choices: helicopter crash, infected, prison. They're all what they sound like. And then you get things like the various ones that say challenge, and they mean it. They really mean it. Oh, have they? Oh, they've got an unlock requirement. That's interesting. That's new. And it's for like challenges, which includes the really bad day challenge. All right. Well, now I've got to unlock things. That's interesting. This was always my favorite. You start drunk to the point of incapacitation, depressed, infected, surrounded by fire, and sick with the flu. This day went downhill really fast. I always liked creating these like physical supermen with no skills but in this challenge, and if they survived it was like a miracle and amazing. Anyway, I've got to try out this new friends to the end one. That's just super interesting, and I think our profession's going to set our role play. So this is a huge choice here, is what is our role play, because we've got some background which just applies various things to a person, but this is the foundation of what you start with. At least we all become survivors, you know. Oh god, naked and afraid, patriot, true food person. Because like some of those things, like naked and afraid, it doesn't tell you anything. This person just is there. We what would we be, an amnesiac? We would not remember anything. A novice martial artist. This is was going to be your first lesson. Ooh, a farmer. Straw hat, multi-tool, hoe. He's got seeds on him. He's got some good skills. I bet you that's not a bad one. Backpacker's not bad just because you get a hiking backpack. You're wearing like hiking boots. These little things like kind of matter. And Through the Lens is not a bad book to have. Thinking about it from a player standpoint instead of a role player standpoint, which of these is going to be the most fun to play, and why, you know? Ooh, a beekeeper. It's like they're going to continue playing out their role in life anyway. It's like, I used to keep bees. I'll keep bees until the day I die. It's going to be a little nutty. Oh, I love having a bow, like a good bow with like good arrows that you can, because you can go get your arrows again. You know, they're pretty nice. They stick around. Oh, it looks so good. Big boar hunter. Oh my goodness. Horror. I mean, this person's just got a whole new hunt now. Oh, and they've locked them. They've locked some too. Oh, that's amazing. All right. I'm sure there's like a way to like cheat unlock it so that you can play everything. Like they would have made it that way because they're still working on it, and it's kind of a a more public-y project. But unlocking them sounds fun too. So like down here at the bottom, the more to the bottom you get, like they consider these guys to be the primo. You come in with just ridiculous. If you're the special operator, right? You're the best, the military's finest. That's why you're still alive. And you've got like all these skills, tons of stuff on you. And like that's what makes all of these somewhat special. So the closer we are to the bottom, usually the better everything that you have to start with is. Hillbilly is here. It's down there, man. Right next to that Wild West gunslinger, apparently. A Speed King. Because you get a super bike. An old veteran. You've been through hell once before. All right. So what do we see here? Because I'm sure they usually have, yeah, there he is, the video blogger creating and commentating, video commentating and posting it. Yeah, there you go. There's the one where I can just pick me to start. I mean, it's always the safe and interesting bet to pick something that is just aligned more with you. Oh, and my heroin dependence. Whiskey. Nah, we're good. You absolutely love meat. I do, but I also love everything else. So yeah, these are all like somewhat negative. No, all of them are pretty negative. Different things, and they really have an impact on you. You've been a vegetarian for so long that eating meat makes you feel sick. No, that's not the case. I like the meat. All right, let's see. Cosplay. I've never made them. No, can't do lock picking. Oh, I love reading. I'm a big fan of reading. I do know how to swim. Probably not very well. Yeah, that's fair. I do like video games. I'm actually we're just gonna go ahead and intermediate cook. Maybe I might be better than that, but we're gonna just say I'm an intermediate cook. Public speaking, no. I just don't have that. Well, as you'll tell, I am not a fan of the things that go vroom enough to be qualified for that. Arts and crafts, practical jokes, first aid, backyard grill. Like I used to know it, but no. Fishing. I know how to garden. I've got videos on that. Ish videos on that. I also do know how to camp. I was in the army. Which also includes some of that. Cheese making. I do know how to make cheese. Fine dining. It just gives you gourmand and the rigid table manners. I don't have those rigid table manners. I do know my tabletop gaming. That's the most thing I'm confident in. For sure. I have dungeon mastered many times. Like, okay, I'm comfortable enough to say I still have beginner level shooting. It's been 20 years, but whatever. You know, you lose a lot of things over time, but your skills can sometimes be the last things you lose. Right? Maybe? Oh, that's probably garbage. There we go. All right. Fair. I do know how to deep fry. I mean, I understand it, but I have not done it, so I'm not going to say I can do it. Oh, no, I don't know how to cook, Jesse. Not that one. Anyway, no, I really don't DIY all enough for that. I have beginner. I can beginner sew. So there's no intermediate. It says intermediate. I don't have that. I don't have that at all. Okay, where are we at here? And then we're starting to get into like the expert level cool guy stuff. All right. Stats. Oh, see now this is where you get like how well do I know myself and compared to what? So it's hard to place. I would say I am not a dexterous person, and I am willing to take these down. These I've got going for me quite well, and okay, so this one is it's like on the carry weight. So I've carried that weight before. It is heavy. I could do that, but I'd get tired. So let's. The thing is, there are things that you cannot effectively use unless you have like this strength. I want to say I'm going to keep the strength lower just because if it was me, these are the stats I'd be relying on for my survival. You know, these realities here, you know, but I don't think I have that good of perception if I'm being honest with myself. All right, so I've got a couple of these because of things I've picked in my background. But first we need to come over here and explain like, oh. So this would drop our thing, but I don't really have a bad back. It's just I'm old. And I don't want to. So it's like, is it as good as? It's no, like I wouldn't carry anything, but yeah. So we're gonna use that to drop what we can carry. It makes it. It's really annoying. I'm not gonna. I am clumsy, but traps are the worst things if you would like your stream to last longer than a minute. So I'm not gonna turn on. I set them off better, but it's true. Forgetful. Fragile, frail, fructose intolerance, genetic downward spiral. Now, you may not know this about yourself, but you should always just know that you're a genetic downward spiral. It's just happening. Now, I am a heavy sleeper. It is a reality, and probably a dangerous one. This is also true. I am a lightweight for everything, but because it's gonna make that true for something else that I will definitely be using in the game that I am not that weak to. So, but I do have poor hearing. That's just a fact. Bad hearing from my time in the military as well. Ooh, that's definitely not true. Seasonal affective disorder. Ooh, what's the seasonal allergies? Ugh, squeamish. Yeah, I'm not putting dead people body clothes on me. It's just not happening. I'm not good at that. Ooh. This is always the question. Am I though? Am I? I can travel in a vehicle still. It's not that bad. It's not that bad. Okay. Now I'm pressing tab and shift tab to move forward and back along the top menu. It's left and right to move through here, and then I'm pressing enter to actually select things. Oof. So, animal empathy. I do love animals. Whether or not they love me is upon each one individually, so I wouldn't say it. However, I live to eat food. This is just true. It's a thing that happened. Having night vision's wonderful. I would say personally I do. However, it is also kind of like a really strong skill, I am accustomed to being outside. Yep. I like taking long walks. I like being in my world. Strict humanitarian. What? I think that means I can eat zombie. That's gross. Strong stomach, stylish, substance tolerance, to one in particular. Sweet tooth. I do have some tough feet. However, I don't run. I'm not outside running concrete with my feet out there, so that's just not happening. All right. And we can come over here and change our look. Let's just give us the 3-day stubble look here. And we are... Where is it? Is it at the very top? It probably is, isn't it? There was a bald. I'm positive there's a bald. Or is it just like hair none? There it is. That's what they've got for bald. And we have a light skin because we don't get outside in the winter. And we have no skill. It's putting on extra. I have skills. I just don't know how I measure them in this. I just feel like you gotta kind of pass through that. All right. So now I've spent all that time creating this character, and if he goes away, right, that's going to be annoying. So if you look down here at the bottom left, you can see all the commands that you've got on this screen. And we want to save our character, so we're going to do the exclamation point, and I'm just going to save it as me. There we go. So next time if I want to do one of those presets, I can. There we are. Home my god. And your age has like it has real effects, and as you age, it has like a meaningful, thing. So, ooh. If you just type it over, you'll save it over the previous one. All right, and then from here, just continuing to press tab puts us into the, are you sure you're finished? Yes. Please wait. Oh my goodness. Years ago, when your old group of friends made a pact. It seemed like a joke at the time. If the world ended, you'd all meet up at Liam's cabin. If you could and work together to help each other out. Now the unthinkable has happened, and somehow you've made it out in one piece. It's been years since you saw those friends, though you've kept a little bit in touch on social media, and you can only hope that the others perhaps took the idea seriously. Even if they did, it would be a hard trip. The roads were blocked off by military forces trying to prevent riots from spreading, and you had to make the last part of the journey on foot. As the morning light breaks into day, you've reached Liam's cabin, a ramshackle building in the woods outside Plainville. Nice name on that one. You can see Liam's car in front, looking a bit more run down since you last saw him a few years ago. You feel a swell of relief. At least Liam seems to have made it. As you approach the door, you hear a shout of terror from inside, and the unmistakable sound of a gunshot. Were you a moment too late? I'd better get in there and check it out. All right. Now I'm going to explain the screen. Luckily, it's in tiles. That's what the tiles mean. You get to see these instead of what you would normally see is a lot of ASCII characters to represent everything. And it's kind of hard to make that out. But here you can see we've got a couple of different mini maps, a very, very large scale one, and then a one that's got more detail as to what's immediately around us. So here you can see it's got forest around us, those little F's, the dots here for plains, and then we've got a road or a path coming in along here. And what we see here is what we see here. So it's just a way of miniaturizing what they see. And normally when we see enemies here, they'll be red and blinking. Currently, we don't see any, which is excellent. We do see about 5 sparrows and a chipmunk, but they're no threat to us. In order to get commands and what everything is, you press the question mark, and then you can see, wow, there's just tons of them. There really is. And not even all of them are totally locally bound, so it can be quite a bit to take in all at once, but we'll handle it. The thing that I totally recommend if you're going to play this game, though, is to have a number pad. It is my way of handling. Ooh, we've got web spinner spiders. I'm going to want to... Not that. So web spinner spiders, I've pressed Shift V, and then I've tabbed between, so you have an items view here. This is just your way of like seeing what's around you in both monsters, or which contain animals like the sparrow here, and then these web spinning spiders, which, by the way, they're not small. It's about the size of a dog. So these are like these are like the spiders from Harry Potter, They're terrifying. These things are freaky. But they're ignoring me, which is good because that's just horrifying. So you can see here we've got our cabin. We can see in some of the window, and you can see it's got a lot of processing our line of sight. So you can, things can hide from you quite effectively, and you can hide from everything else quite effectively. We can crouch, we can run, we can change how we're moving, but right now we're still in a walk mode. It doesn't, really reduce our stamina, but it also is not exactly quiet. We have access to tons of different menus which contain all of the information we could want, how encumbered we are by what we have, our different effects that are on us, what our traits are and skills at any given time, our inventory, the stuff that we're currently wearing and wielding. I mean, we've got our laptop because we're a streamer. And that's really about it. I've got that wearable camera, which makes no sense to actually continue to keep wearing. So we can take it off like that, or we can take things off as it showed by just pressing Shift T, and it gives you an options of things you might want to take off. In our inventory, we don't just have a backpack. Things go in our backpack. So we have our laptop computer is in our backpack, and all the rest of the things that we're wearing are currently stashed away in our jeans. The containers we have like maximum sizes, maximum things that'll fit in them, and that's the depth of this game. It's huge. Really huge, and it's free. Absolutely free. Uh-oh. I think we are disconnected. That's interesting. Let's try reconnecting here. Oh, there it is. Anyway, now let us look. So you can see what things are if you mouse over them. That's a pretty quick way to do it. If you press X, you can use this as well, and it moves around the actual screen, so you get like a better view of what you're looking at. Underbrush from grass, things like that. Now, I heard a sound inside, and I'm walking towards the inside, but if I'm, oh my God, my friend. So now I've started running. I took off my camera, because why was I still wearing my camera? All right. Are you in here? I'm going to slow to a walk now, because I'm inside. Would I open this first? Yeah. Oh my God. It's Liam. I see Liam. Get closer. All right. Now I need to know how to talk. So I would go here. So it's not talk. There's like an activate that we would use, or we could shout. How do we talk again? Chat with NPC. Chat. Okay. So Shift C. There you go. Talk to Liam. Liam, your old friend, stares at you with blank, confused eyes. He's standing over a freshly mangled corpse, a smoking shotgun at his feet. Holy shit, dude. He blinks. Is this about Chris? If you're here to kill me, just get it over with, man. I don't know what the fuck's happening, but I can't take you out, too. Get a hold of yourself, man. What's happening? Chris? Liam gestures to the body. Chris. You know Chris. You've known Chris for years. We all agreed to meet up here if shit got bad, remember? We got here around the same time. Set up a little camp. Something seemed really off since you arrived, though. Chris kept going on and on about how the food wasn't good enough. He shifts his gaze back to you, eyes red. We got plenty of food. I tried to calm him down, but just now the fucker came running in with an axe. Tried to take my head off. Hi. Liam gestures again to the corpse. Then you came in. You got anything to do with this? I heard gunshots, so I came in to see what's up. I was just on my way to see if You made it. Well, shit. I'm guessing my story sounds like a lot like bullshit then. Liam sags into the sofa behind him, wiping his eyes with his sleeve. What the hell are we gonna do? Holy shit. There's a lot of cursing here. Let's see. I believe him. You know, I know what game I'm playing. We're in this together, man. It's good to hear that. Look, I'm sure I should be questioning you and making sure you're not going to attack me with an axe or something, but I just can't anymore. Come on. Let's get Chris out of here, and then we'll figure out what to do next. Sure thing. Let's go. All right. Definitely need to get the body out of here. Now, there's several ways you can deal with the body. There's a wood axe, which I'm gonna wield. No, not yet. I gotta pick up this. Guys, we're gonna do drag. No. Which one is it? So this is how we access everything. There we go. So haul is the backslash. There we go. Choose item to haul, or we can haul everything in this, but we really just want to haul the pulped corpse of a human. There you go. That way we're kind of dragging them out, not like hurting ourselves by trying to pick them up. It takes more time, but you know, it's a thing. There we go. Stop hauling. Okay. And we're going to chat with Liam. So here we are. So now I've got a whole bunch of things we can talk about because we're buddies and we're a thing together. So so I can give them commands for combat. I want to set some miscellaneous rules. I'd like to know a bit more about your abilities. There's something I want you to do. Like, can you bury this guy? Let's see, can you teach me anything? Can you host a training seminar? I have something to teach you. Let's trade items. I want you to use this item. Hold on to this. Guard this position. Find a horse and mount up. We should just give this person this command. Why wouldn't you want them to just find a horse? Let's talk about the camp. Change your martial arts style. Let's go. I think let's go is fine. All right. So I don't need to say anything else to him. And I don't believe that we have any other quests right now. Is there a journal? I don't know yet how I would see them. All right. Well, first of all, okay, so he's just a corpse. We're gonna go in here and I'm gonna grab some stuff here. I'm gonna grab that axe. Grab the shotgun. Those are hulls, so they're just the leftover. Ooh. Now, if I'm wearing leg guards, right, it's protection, which is great, but it is also encumbering. And when things are encumbering, they make you move more slowly. So with our torso encumbered a little bit by what we're wearing, which is the backpack and stuff like that, it can throw us off balance, which can cause us to miss and have greater effects on certain things, and whether or not people can grab and attack us. It's really down to these like modifiers and percentages that then give you all of that, so you can always see, you know, what's kind of happening here, and they'll give it to you in a tremendous amount of detail. So it's pretty intense. So you've really got to think about what you're doing. You can't just Zelda your way through this with the infinite. Oh, wow. Now that is a lot of ammunition for that gun. We can go ahead and reload it with some bird shot. I got to do it twice because it's a double barrel. All right. It's got some wood here for burning. Okay. I'm going to go into... Ooh. I heard a sound in here. So far, so good. Maybe it was just our friend doing something. Ah, those are some useful books right there. Oh my goodness, lots of useful books. This is a great room. What is our situation? We have a lot of stuff that we kind of need. And we have a backpack so we can carry all the stuff that we kind of need. Sadly, I don't want to carry that much stuff. So like, even though my strength's right, the weight carry is so low because that's about what I'd carry really before I'd complain and stop carrying more stuff, you know. All right. Ooh. Now I've already got a wristwatch, so I don't need that, but it helps to be able to tell the time because normally if you see this time here, if I was not wearing a wristwatch, it would simply say like day, you know, morning or something like that. What you can tell by the atmosphere without, you know, any trouble. All right. So far, so good. It looks like he took out our only, you know, real threat. You can at home. He closes the door after him. It's kind of annoying. Woodland camo pants. Now, those usually have a great deal of storage in them. So I'm going to wear them. I'm going to take off these jeans and unload the jeans, which are on the ground, and that means we'll put everything from the jeans into our stuff. We're still holding it. I don't need the camera either, so I'm going to drop that. I do still want the laptop. That is still surprisingly valuable. Okay, so we've got almost everything here, but we're going to grab this bookcase and move it out of the way because I suspect... Oh, no. So that's not how we get there. Ah, so it's through the kitchen. Anyway. I was wondering how we get into this last little space here. Ooh, and that's got some stuff. Oh, what a... This is... Okay, so with the start we've got here, with what these, like, survival cabin is I would say that this is like a step up from the evacuee center, because with a bow and arrows and a quiver right here, we're in such a good state. Oh my goodness. Now, we can wield this, but we can't put it down anywhere because it doesn't have a slot or anything. And then we can wear the quiver, and then we grab the arrows, and that way, yeah, right there. So, and the quiver, it says left because this is actually a leg quiver. The large quivers are the ones that I think that go on your back. A folding knife, probably useful. You can still see the spiders outside. It's terrifying. I can't get to those to close them, but ooh, there's some hexamine here too. That's a fuel for stoves. some good some good survival food, and a flare. Okay, knit scarf. There's nothing in that cabinet there. And then we've got a kitchen with, lots of goodies. All beautiful. A hammer, screwdriver, those things, like, they're just essential in the early game. An X-Acto knife for surgery. Sprinkles. Gonna have sprinkles. We grab the pliers. I'm not sure I need it yet. And we're gonna get that flashlights. The matchbook. And the duct tape. Beautiful. Just so to role play, I'm now like, we've got to see what we got. and I'm the reason I'm packing everything. And a wood saw, which honestly helps with a lot of construction stuff. So we've got a great little base here. Pretty much everything's going to need to be brought over to here, and we're going to need to clean this whole situation up. My goodness. All right. So I think we're going to pause right here. I'm going to take a break and think about the plan, but I'm actually going to leave it here on this map. Oh my goodness. I don't even know what that is. Oh, it's a speedway. Okay, so this is just a way of describing a roadway, I guess. Oh, for like a racetrack. Oh, cool. We're near another cabin, and Plainville is way down there past Amigo's Scout Tower. So Plainville is a place I'll never, ever go to, ever. Migos are terrifying. Don't ever go near them. Early game. Okay. I'll be back. There we go. Sorry for such a long break. Had to feed the dog his special Christmas dinner. I had a peanut butter and jelly sandwich myself, but the dog, he gets steak today. So. Does anybody else feed their dog better than themselves sometimes? Anyway, it's not even my dog. It's my dad's dog. All right. So there was wood in that corner. There's a first aid kit here. And then there's blood everywhere. There's a car. I wonder if tell we to work on. Ooh. Mopping up stains. Now it says Liam completed the assigned task. Do I need to be on the stain? Right? Yeah, just Liam completed the assigned task. Okay. Well, annoyingly, swap positions. Thank you. Now, I've got a bunch of stuff on me that I don't really need to carry on me. So we've got a folding knife and a pocket knife. I'm going to have to figure out which of those is useful more so than the other. Ooh. I'm going to keep the wood axe because it's just an amazing backup weapon right now. Actually, it's it's a lovely idea that I'll actually be like, without knowing how to properly use it, we'll keep the water with us too. without knowing how to use the bow and arrow, it's just, there's no reason for me to carry it yet. And it takes a little time to build up that skill. So we'll just do that later, but we'll go with a little search now. And we're going to use that to figure out what else is around us. I have my backpack. Now the question is he going to follow me? He is going to follow me. Okay. I'm going to go my own way for a while. There we go. All right, so I essentially just want Liam to not die. Oh, yes. Also, if you examine these, not only do you get potentially things from them, you increase your survival skill. Okay. So I'm pressing Shift W and then Shift W again. And then this is a like fast travel because it's the woods. And like trying to like tiptoe through the woods like that, the way I was just doing it, is the long and painfully tedious way to do it. Because trying to just figure out where's open to step from the position you're at can be kind of rough. I'll grab the time. I'm a gourmand. Okay. So far so good. Over here in the log is kind of where I look when I don't see anything. Because there you can also see where you've heard things if you didn't catch the little audio symbol. Ooh, yeah. All right. Ooh, see that? So there's the little audio symbol. From here, you heard a whomp, which is not well. So we're currently walking, which causes a certain amount of sound. The sound... I don't believe is shown here at all. But you do make a certain amount of noise as you move. And if you're in a crouch, you move slower. Ooh, there's stuff in here, but that also looks like it's trapped, which means there's possibly traps in here and possibly living human beings. All right, so there's a single barrel shotgun and shotgun beanbags. I'm going to grab these. We're going to move into this space. Oh, God. Yeah, I see that I've spotted the spiked boards. I don't see anything else of use in here, so we're going to continue moving out. I come over here. No, it's fine. Whoop. So there's a survivor zombie. So this guy is not only a zombie, he's wearing the improvised armor and weaponry, which actually makes them a little bit harder than the rest. And so, or harder than a normal zombie for sure. Oh, and there's two. So I'm going to close this door and I'm going to start making my way out. Now I'm just moving at a normal pace still. You can see you can pretty easily outpace zombies. But I don't want to fight them like this. I want to fight them having dropped. I do want to fight them. I want to test out my strength. I'm going to drop my backpack. All right, which leaves my inventory of... I'm going to drop the bean bags too, because that's just stupid. All right. And then we're going to come back over here. And now... you can see we're not encumbered at all. It's just us holding an axe All right. Now, I'm assuming they're going to just break on through. Oh, they didn't even come after us. There he is. Come on down, buddy. You hear a terrible shriek. Why? Why did I hear a shriek? That's horrifying. Now try to get him over here so that he tries to climb. There he is. So now he's climbing up over something, which means he's got to spend a lot of... Oh, look at that. So we lost the conduct of nonviolence. So if you wanted to try to survive without ever taking a swing, you can do that and see how long you get with the conduct. And it keeps track of it. I love that. Now, I did a huge hit to him just now by moving into his space. And that's how you do a melee hit. Ooh, so I swing mildly and miss, and he's grabbed us. Now, if you move away, you attempt to break free, which I did, and we broke free of his grasp. I'm going to swing at him again. Ooh, hear that terrible shriek again. Ooh. So I hope there's not like Liam somewhere just... Oh my God. So now we're trading blows a little bit. He is hitting me. But so far he hasn't hit me in a way that's infected me. But he is hurting. Ooh. Ooh, I blocked with the wood axe. That's excellent. However, we have a injury that is... We have a symbol on us. Is that just for pain? Ooh. There we go. So we've killed our first zombie, which means we've lost pacifist. You've completed the achievement. 1 down, billions to go. I love that. So the last enemy holding you collapses. Which means a couple things. First of all, you see a little warning symbol here? It's warning us that if we don't do anything about it, this guy is going to get back up. All right? And we fix that by coming over onto their body and shift B to butcher. And now there's the super fast dismember, which is just to get the body broken apart. We could dissect, which would teach me things, but it also takes up like a lot of energy, and I've just been hurt and fought, and I don't really want to do that. I just don't want him to come back. So we are going to dismember him. It's the quickest. And so I've got stuff on him that I definitely want, but I don't have my stuff on me because I'm still in fight mode. Which is a problem because I've got another one of those guys, and they're kind of tough. Oh. I'm just going to see how bad this situation is. So there's a bear trap between us and there. Okay. Bonk. I don't see anything that shrieks. You know what I mean? So we've just got this one guy here. Open the door. Have him come out after us. Come on now. There you go. Come on. And I hear a terrible shriek again. Is it the survivor zombie that is making... Oh. So, yeah. I blocked damage, but... You staggered off balance. There we go. So I let that, and he hit me, but I did get my. I'm not staggered anymore. Ooh. This guy, they're all getting my torso. Oh my goodness. I didn't want to move onto the blueberry bush. This is what happens when you're not paying enough attention. All right, I was in an extreme amount of pain. We're going to dismember here. Okay, so the upstairs is handled. As far as I can tell, there could be something else in here. No, there's not. All right. Okay. We've got a bear trap. I'm going to avoid that. All right. And then the question is, what are we seeing here? Dirt. So it is also telling us this is a last man on Earth shelter, which would explain why we're seeing survivalists. I'm going to give this a couple of seconds. I'm in distressing amounts of pain. Maybe we go around the bear trap, because I'm not convinced I can disarm that without hurting myself. So, all right. Wear our backpack. Grab our shotgun beanbags. We're going to grab... Now, he's got the carving knife I definitely want. Do I want a mostly broken? That's what these symbols are. This is saying that he's holding a machete that is mostly broken. The slash means like half durability. The dot means no, and then the full lines are full durability. And 2 pluses is, basically like reinforced. When you're looking at this, so this is a normal durability. This is a reinforced durability, and then the carving knife, which is a tool, so it doesn't really matter about its durability. If I'm using it as a tool, is fine. So I'm going to grab that. But this, which I would use as a weapon, not so much. This is sealed, so they didn't get it dirty. And this has got some purifier and a stun gun. You do fight humans from time to time, but they don't do anything to the... I'm going to take the fried seeds, too. They don't do anything to the dead. Okay, so 10 cool things about being a rig bearer plus a cloak. What a nerd. And they got beekeeping gloves, leather padded pants. Like, we could clean a lot of their stuff and get some real useful things out of it. Ooh, cannabis seeds, yummy. All right, I've got everything from these people. And we are in a distressing amount of pain, so we are going to head back to Liam's. He's still just standing outside in shock that I've left the group. But I don't want... Like, would he have helped me in that situation? Maybe. He also probably would have died, and then I would have seen my friend dead. All right. So we've brought his shotgun back. I still need to do a check over my knives. I probably need to eat some of the rest of this, because we are in hunger. So let's maximize our joy with a cookie. And some mineral water. There we go. Have a gummy vitamin, but we don't have anything like in terms of medicine at all, which is a real problem. I think there's an actual town up here too. Ooh, a science lab. There's yeah, yeah. Science labs. Not the friendly places you might think they'd be. All right. Oh wait. This is a whole medical kit. Oh man, what was I thinking? All right. Let's see. Unload our first aid kit. All right. We're going to start with a little acetaminophen. Eat. Yummy. Then we're going to use... So the adhesive bandages are the weakest of the bandages. We're going to use a decent bandage for our torso. We're going to use the adhesive bandages on everything else. So they offer a very poor bandage stat. And as far as I understand it, we can use antiseptic to disinfect everything even after we've bandaged them. Kind of doesn't care. You use your saline solution. I think you just dump some in your eyes. All right. I'm in a distracting amount of pain now because I've taken several hits to the torso. But I'm not in a position of great harm. And it's actually 8:31 a.m. I think what we're going to do is we're going to wield the double barrel. I'm going to store the wood axe in the inventory. And we're going to grab this. We're going to unload. We're going to reload this. Is it really only birdshot inside this double-aught can? Hold on. Let's unload this. There we go. And now we just see various ammo boxes with nothing but birdshot in it. All right. That is what we have. Lots and lots of birdshot and beanbags. All right. Enjoy the house, Liam. There we go. All right, let's travel on inside it. And when you're using a gun, you just press F, and then you will normally auto-target something, whatever's near you. But you can move it around and choose various aims that you want to take, or just slowly take that aim yourself. It's got a lot to it when it comes to firing around the bear trap. Okay, activate a flashlight. I want to see things coming if they're coming. There you go. Oh, there he is. I think we're going to deafen ourselves. It is a bit faster than us. So right now I'm letting a little time pass by. You can see as the steadiness grows. He might also come towards us. That's fine. So it's letting us know at our current aim, we're unlikely to hit him, whereas this precise aim, we'll definitely get a shot. But in order to increase my current aim before firing, I just continue to do this. Oop. As he gets closer, our current aim is almost pretty much guaranteed. No graze. Bam. Hit by a large number of projectiles, but they do no damage. because of the armor he's wearing. I'm going to fire again, and it is empty, and it's the same problem. I'm going to close the door. I'm going to drop this. We're going to drop the backpack. We're going to wield our wood axe. I'm going to question every decision we made. We're going to go south. Oh, look at this. This is another way to get over here. Good. Now I'm going to run so that I move faster than him until I can put furniture between us. And that way get him to try to climb up on it. Towards there we go. Bam. We stabbed him with this axe. The pain distracts me. Of course it does. Oof. He ripped our shirt. Why did they hit the torso? So many times. All right. Left arm's starting to be damaged. Oh. Fails to penetrate armor. Thank goodness. Bam. There we are. Oh. All right. So, now I don't want to climb onto the table to do that, so I just use the backslash to use the inventory menu to just move him over. Because this will be much faster if I do it here and not on the table. I also stand a chance to hurt myself. Okay. Did he have anything directly on him? Ooh, so that Nox Survivors map we want for sure. However, I'm not sure we're alone yet. Oh. There's another trap in there. There's also goodies. Terrifying. Okay. 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 So far, so good. Yay. Yay. We're safe. And this means we have a last man on Earth bunker to our setup here, which is so much safer. He's got a lot of cool books. Periwinkle Blue Pants. Okay. I mean, it's a strange last man on Earth, but it is one. We have this dismembered body down here that we'll want to haul up out. Also, this looks like, yes, a water pump, which means we can pump water. The water purifier here, the water heater, utility shelf with just a peephole on it. 2 butter knives, glass plate and bowl, pot, but all those bags are empty. We'll go ahead and wear our backpack and grab our double barrel shotgun, but we're not wielding it. Okay. Funnel and pliers. Another funnel. A bow saw, which is useful. Polycarbonate sheets. A spray can. And a headlamp. All right. I mean, it's the last man on Earth, but, you know, the usefulness so far is... It's a vacuum sealed bag with items I don't know. This is starting to be better. Briefcase. So unload doesn't mean anything to it, so I'm assuming that means that fast noodles, another headlamp, and some more hidden stuff. Oyster crackers. Okay. We don't have a shovel to clean up the mess. Empty matchbook. And a poor fit. Okay, so yes, it's a last man on Earth. Yes, it contains many of the things that are useful. I do not believe that it is electrified, but I believe that that might be a generator. It is a broken generator and will not help you produce electricity. Darn. So it's not a functional last man on Earth, and it's got a little rubble problem. Always make sure you turn off your flashlights. They are a beacon to you. All right. So now I have discovered this place, and I know everything about it. So I want to, well, I'm going to move away from it so you can see what I'm doing. All right. There we go. So we come up here, and I want to label this as explored. And we do Shift E, and now it just kind of dims whatever color it was. All right, now I am still in a distressing amount of pain. I'm going to increase the bandage level there by using these like gauzes. There we go. Fix anything he's hurt, but I don't think I've got a lot to work with here medical wise yet, and my skill is terrible, so it, like, those two things compound, but we will get it all put together. So this is a little green path. It just means like a forest path. They're pretty terrible, so we're gonna do this because I want to come over and ooh, I think I just literally passed by a body. Darn. I found some wild herbs. I'm not sure if I'm going to have a lot of use for that yet, but I certainly do love picking up things like that. All right. Now, if we get spotted by something in here, we gotta hightail it. My assumption is if I was to get in there, automate it without proper identification, I would have an auto gun fire at me, I think. A turret. So we can't just smash down the door right now. All right. So that is what I expected it to be. We can at least travel along a road up here. I'm curious as to what murky. It's a lotus. So we are currently in a swamp. Swamps are dangerous because, like, the animals here are also crazy. It's not just zombies. It's a cataclysm. You know, some stuff has happened. And you can see this because this is like, oh, the light's so bright I can't see. That's why you see a little bright light near my head right now. Let's see. Ooh. Oh, cool. That's not what I was looking for, though. That was one of these things. All right, how do we zoom? Oh, so it's just that now. Okay. So there you go. You can see the little white stuff to come out of there. That's just showing that I have a little glare issue, which could be fixed by like hat, glasses, stuff like that. what this is gonna take us to. Do, do, do. Yeah, and pressing and holding the key down is the ideal way to travel along long streets, unless you want to cheat. And what you see ahead of here is like related to like a scouting skill, your perceptions. If I had less glare in my eyes from the sun, I would see further. But I don't have a hat, and I think you can make something right away, but I don't know what it is. A blindfold. I think that's gonna do it, but it's helpful when you're in like places like a lab and you need to sleep and you can't turn off the lights. All right, so we've got an east or a westing. I think I'm more curious as to what's east of us. I'm still in distressing pain and I'm carrying on like it's no big deal instead of resting because I am concerned about our location. So I believe that's a trailhead. Yeah, it's just letting us know there's a trail starting there. There's turkeys that I'm seeing, which is ideal for hunting. Got a nice like river over here. Gorgeous. But still no like town yet. And I certainly don't want to go down to Plainville with its Migo Tower. Okay, so we've got a roadblock, but I'm not seeing like an auto turret or something dangerous like that. This is an excavator. Got it. Let's get out of there. It's like a lot of what I would call like visual storytelling. Ooh, American toads. Yum. A big snail. This one looks larger than usual. Weasels and hummingbirds. Coming up on the waterfront. These are stick or bullet casings all over the place. Something happened here. And over here. And it kind of just disappears into the river there. Bee balm. Cool. Don't know. I mean, I apparently know what it is, but I don't know what it is. Ground nuts. Yummy. Doo-doo. Robins. Doo-doo. This is kind of a cool little natural area that our little cabin's in. Ah. All right. So down beneath me, we have a zombie fighting a turret because there's some sort of like blockade here. So there's all sorts of goodies on the ground around here. It's just whether or not I'm willing to be shot repeatedly by something that has really good and dangerous aim. You know? Well, right now it's just a searchlight. Assuming at some point, because I'm not hearing gunfire. So it's just the searchlight. So it's just bad guys, huh? Looks like we've got... well, a significant number of zombies I couldn't possibly fight. So we're going away. All right. So that's explored. And this is swamp. So we may want to take the road all the way out of here. Okay. I think we should now come around south of our cabin. Ooh, there's a whole bunch of turkeys. Okay. Still in a great amount of pain. I'm pretty sure that's just a radio tower. Oh my gosh. All right. This is a giant wasp nest. Wasps are like the thing that usually kills me. Mark danger. Yes. Wasp. Radius. Let's go with a 2. All right. That's cool. This is my first time using the dangerous marker. All right, so we could go over here and check out what this speedway is, and then probably have to return to the cabin for a little R&R. So yeah, we get that. We saw a black rat, and it freezes us because we're in a safety mode. Now, black rats are vicious rodents in this game and are quite hostile. So that's why they're stopping me. All right, let's try the auto travel again. So I'll tell it no to cancel the auto move. It's still going to cancel it anyway. Why? I don't know. So you'll also find dead human bodies. Now, when they're like this, and you find them like this, they usually don't get back up. They don't have a little warning symbol or anything else. And I could take clothes off of them, and it's not considered dirty because they're not like a zombie. I don't think anything on here is useful to us. This poor person. All right. We're coming along a speedway, it says. So I'm assuming this is a track. Yeah, looks like a track. We've spotted a zombie too. Over here in the seating. Ooh. Oh my goodness, and a petrified person. They just stand there staring into the... Oh no. They'll probably fall to the undead horde soon. And they're literally being attacked. Oh no. I don't think I can help them. I'm pretty sure they're gonna die a horrible death. Oh, there's multiple petrified people over here. We're just gonna let them... We're gonna turn off safety mode just for a second so I can actually walk in here. But it looks like they're distracted. Oh, and there's a feral human too. Oh my God. Look at this place. And there's petrified, panicked people. Gawky guardian. Obsessed with finding their offspring, they scour the environment for certain death. Oh no. Just checking some things. I'm gonna grab that hose. Those are pretty useful. Ooh, first aid kit. I'm gonna take the hand pup. I think a heavy duty tow cable is gonna be heavy. All right. Now it's time for us to get to leave to leave this horrible area. These poor people to their fate. All right. Yeah, bleachers, parking lot. This is a giant raceway. Getting our autosave. All right. Time to head back to home base. Ooh. Yes, I do want to cancel, but not because of the German Shepherd, which, not really a problem. At least not yet. Let's see. Oh, no. Gross. They have nothing. Okay, there's a bunch of bird droppings there, and we are near spiders. Which is great. All right. So, to not attract things at night, I'm going to try to close all the blinds. Just make sure there's nothing hidden back here. Sometimes they like to hide stuff on you. Okay. Now, I believe that you can, set up your friend here. We should travel together. Why should I travel with you? You can be safe. Yeah, I don't think so. Okay, so he literally won't even travel with me anymore, which is fine. I know it says Liam's cabin, but whatever. Let's see him take it back. All right. Close up. So this is the space we want. The question is, does he have a mop and stuff? We got a lot to deal with here. Oh, I've got a lot to drop here. There we go. What do we got left on us? Okay, I think that's a reasonable subset of what we had, and I need to figure out. So I've pressed Shift I, which is going to allow me to compare two things. So I go over, press right on the pocket knife and the folding knife, and we can see that the folding knife is just a little bit better for what I would use it for. Okay, so we can drop our pocket knife. There we go. We can drop our rubber hose because we don't need it on us. It's just a good, what's the word here? Building material. That's the stuff. Brain works, doesn't it? Okay. So now I need something to clean up this horrifying mess. Wood saw, want that. It's a whole bunch of cleaning supplies. Question is, can I use it? Hey, what do we got here? Wash hard item. Okay. Wash hard item. You have nothing to clean. So I think I still have to use a mop. And I can make one. I just need a stick, a plank, and more cotton patches. All right. And there's no downstairs. That is interesting that there's no downstairs. Sometimes they like hide it underneath tables and weird stuff like that, but I'm sure I'll take this place apart at some point. I need everything that has like a outer use in some way. And bring it to our main room. Pretty much all of this. Ugh. I mean, there's some things that are just useless all the time. But yeah, let's go ahead and take the food. I mean, I'm taking it out of a fridge that doesn't work, so it's really not a... Da 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 da. There we go. I come up through here. So there's a flare, which is nice. All of these foods stay and stay, so they're great. And that hexamine is good stuff. When it gets cold, that scarf will be useful, but we are way far away from that problem. Hammer, pair of office scissors. Like, yeah, what we actually keep on us is going to be quite limited. There we go. Our poor long sleeve shirt got all mutilated. Okay. So we've got some light in here. We can do some reading. I believe there were good books. Yes. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, these are great. We can turn all of these into, materials. Ooh, that's going to be the sleeping spot right there. Tin cap. All good stuff, just at this point, like the material I will need is leather. So anything that contains leather usually ends up being pretty ideal stuff. Nothing there? Okay. So now we have acquired everything into the room we're going to be in. I'm going to drop a bunch of stuff. What we're going to do is we're going to read all of our books. Not like read, but we're going to skim the first little thing here like this. And it tells us what each one does. So that when we come into the read menu. Oop, there we go. All right. So this would take our fabrication to 1, but we're already at 1. it seems, vehicles to 1, but we're already at 2, and these would increase food handling. And the reason they're yellow is because they have recipes that I don't have memorized. So, but the blue ones here are ones that can still train us. So we are currently at 0 for throwing, tailoring, and the big book of first aid. Oh, this is great. They're all fun to read. Okay, so we're holding all of these books now. When you read them, you hold them. And I think holding the ones we can learn from is a good idea, because it's probably what we should do. We're also going to put the safe mode back on in case we walk into danger. It should never just run around with that off. It's crazy that I was. But I'm going to give it a quick break. And then we are going to spend our first bit of time in the cabin. I'll be back soon. Hello. All right, I am back. I have had a nice break. Feeling excellent. Delicious. I got myself some tea. I recommend this game with a hot beverage. I don't know why. And now, to make the space a bit more comfortable, I need a mop. So I press F to filter once I enter the build menu, which is the ampersand. So I need to get those cotton patches and a plank. Luckily, I have my hammer and screwdriver. And that means that we have spotted a black rat in the distance to the south of us. Groovy. I'm going to ignore it. Close these windows. Come over here. Open these windows. No rat. Also, the rats are going to break in through the windows. Come get me, so no worries about that. I've got some wood in there already, and there's more wood here. But I'm going to actually make a firewood source. It costs nothing, and it's just a big X on the ground, but it's so useful. All right, so we've got the stuff beneath us. We're going to put it right below us, and then we're just going to start with a short plank. There it is. Beautiful. But we can do more. All right, so we've got a quilt here, and I believe this whole thing's a mattress. So we're going to have a little bit more disassemble. Make sure you fix that. No, what am I doing? Page up. Bam. So we can get all the way to the... There we go. So no, it's not giving us a deconstruct, because we have to deconstruct simple furniture first. There we go. Then we can come over here and disassemble mattress, or versus cut up mattress. We're going to disassemble mattress. Yep. I'm going to store the wood axe in my inventory. And you can see, based off of your skill, you can fail to recover certain things. But we've still got a ton of really good stuff here. All right, so now we've got these sheets, which help to create more cotton patches, which we're going to want. So yeah, a sheet is a bunch of cotton sheets, and then a cotton sheet makes cotton patches. So lots of cotton patches available for a mop. Now I need a plank or a stick. Easily obtained by deconstructing simple furniture here. So the armchair, and then we will disassemble the armchair. Now, That does not have any planks in it. And that would take a long time. So we're not going to do it that way. We're going to come over here. It's dark, which is a bit of a problem for deconstructing furniture. Going to need a little light. And there we go. 12 planks and a wood panel. It's a lot to carry. So I'm going to do this. And just haul all of this good wood and planks through here onto here. We're going to grab the nails, and I'm going to press the number 2 and then go to the right, which means I'm going to grab 2 of the planks. Ooh, I didn't stop moving them. You have to tell yourself to stop hauling. Otherwise, it's going to continue happening, even when you are messing with the stuff. I am a special one. Okay, so now I should have everything I need to make a mop. There we go. All right. So I'm not next to I want to be in comfort. I want to be next to a surface I can work on, like this table. And then we do the crafting. Things like that are going to make a difference in how long it takes and the comfort that I feel while I'm doing it. This is going to take 20 minutes, so it's not really even a big deal. And you can also use stuff that's on the ground near you. You don't have to simply do the other things like that. Okay, now we're going to wield our amazing mop. And we're going to clean. Beautiful. Oh, yeah. Let's continue this beautiful. Wow. That was a horrifying situation, man. There it is. And that's how you get the blood up. And if you don't, things decide to come visit. Like spiders. Don't need that. Don't need that. Did you see there was a spider outside? He wanted to get us. All right, so we've got our wood axe and our ketchup. Makes sense. Okay. All right. Okay, so we've got bedrooms. We're safe. Map-wise, we don't have a lot that we can just easily get to, which is problematic. Because, like, the closest town there's got, like, a Migo in front of it. And then we've got hordes of people here. And then there's a river. And then there's a roadblock here. There's Wasp Nest here. I should have marked that that roadblock, because I'm pretty sure it's actually like all the way up here or so. Darny darn. Maybe here. Let's see. Mark danger. Yes. Let's see. Roadblock. And we'll just have it be a simple 2. There we go. Yeah, I wrote 2, but it doesn't seem to actually create a radius around it. Okay. So we're comfy. Reload. Read. The most helpful right now is to get a little bit of tailoring because it helps us to create the kind of equipment we need to go, raiding. Raiding for supplies. So our theoretical knowledge, because we haven't actually done anything with it, so it's less valuable knowledge. It's not as good. Okay, we're getting closer to the evening, so the light is shifting. There we go. So we've used up most of the books here. All right. It is time for us to eat. Ooh, lovely. Hamburger. 4 of them. They're going to last 14 hours. They'll make us happy. So we're going to eat that. Then we're going to come down and have a little bit more of this tasty, tasty mineral water. It looks like water is going to be... We've got purification tablets, which is great. As far as I know, they just work. We also have a purifier mutagen, which is awesome. But yeah, otherwise it looks like we're a little low on the old drinking material, but we hit up with some sports drink. Oh, and we'll leave it. We don't want to use up too much of our material already. It's getting late, which is right about the time we should start heading out, honestly, to go explore the places we'd already scouted, but they're less good. All right, I am not seeing a whole lot, so I need to do a little exploring now and find us a worthy place to go to tonight to grab stuff. Supply. Where's the woods? There it is. All right. We're going to be stuck with the equipment we have. We have healed up a bit. Is that... Oh, did they kill Liam? Oh, corpse of Liam. Oh. The spiders. Am I going to be able to kill a web-spinning spider? I wonder. I can't allow them to continue this reign of terror. I mean, the question is, are they tough enough? Yeah, I see him spot me. Gonna continue. Ooh, bam. Nice. All right. So it will come back to life, which is horrifying. If I don't kill it. Come on over. Smash. All right. This is going very well for me. I feel good about this. He had some stuff that's worth taking. We could actually just wear his backpack. Then we can grab his canteen of water. Bandages. Yeah, this is great. He had some meat confit. We're going to take his boots too. I'm so sorry, my friend. Now he's going to get back up. And I believe smashing him will stop that and not make me... Oh, I've just lost Mouse in the China shop. So I've just now made enough noise to upset them. All right, and I've got that backpack on, which is cool and all, but yeah. But I have more spider smashing to do, I think. There we go. I see you. You come on over here. Smash, smash. All right, now I'm going to come for your friends. Smash. There we go. Got anybody else? Want some of this? Otherwise, I'm going to haul. These delicious spider corpses. Nah. Yeah. All right, just checking. Oh yeah, there's a bunch of them up here. Come get it. You're not allowed to invade my house. Ooh. Ow, that stings. Ooh, we're bleeding. All right. Hold still and apply pressure. Used to be able to cauterize your wound. Oh, I've got bandages on me. That's fantastic. Let's just deal with that. There we go. There we are. Stop the bleeding. Okay. I'm going to deal with this. Crunch. All right. Got one more over here. That should deal with my immediate area, I think. Nice. Okay. Let's take this guy. We're going to just... Yeah. He's too far away to come towards us. Let's see. I'm going to enable auto haul. That way we just pick up everything we walk across. Grab that guy, and drag them all over here. Boy, I've got... Ow, that stings a lot. Okay. So, we can do some dissection, which will teach us stuff. We can do full butchery if we had all the rest, but it'd be quick butchery to try to get things from them, I think. Let's go ahead and dissect. No, not until it's... Yes, it's coming close. We'll stop. The burning pain subsides, but the damage is done. Ooh. Got us a little poisoned there. And I think we smashed him enough that, yeah, he's not coming back. Right, so we are in moderate pain again, which is excellent. Just how I like it. Spotted. No, I'm going to keep using it because I don't think he's close enough, but I'll go deal with him after I'm done applying bandages here. No. Oh, God, there's so many. So we got one here to the left and one to the south. So we'll just grab him. Come on over here. Ooh. Smashy smash. Okay. I'm going to just haul his corpse in front of his friend. It's a way of, establishing dominance. Gonna come get you. Tired of this hostility. Not attacking. Safe mode is off. There. Got your safe mode here. Good. Crunchity crunch. Alright. Just haul this. Alright. Let's get back to it. believe I was dissecting you. All right, so we carefully record the creature's vulnerabilities. All right. Let's go ahead and do some quick butchery and see what we get. Sinew, strands of ectochitin, chunks of chitin. That sounds great. I bet you I can get an armor for that. There we go. Exquisite. Oh, it's so heavy. Amazing. I don't even know what strands of endochitin are or the rest of it, but wowee. Let's choose the items we want to haul. We're going to take all the non-mutant meat and just haul it right in. There we go. Stop hauling. All right. We're going to wear this. We're going to wear both backpacks. Because we can. You're not very stable. You get double the amount of what's the word? We need to unload the one. There we go. And then we can drop off all the sinew we're carrying. Okay. Excellent. So it is now night. We should eat, sleep, be, merry in those ways. Hamburger. Excellent. We're going to have some sports drink and some crispy cranberry because it'll make us happy. So we're turgid. Take an ibuprofen. And then we're going to go to the bedroom and get into the comfiest spot. Oh, I believe it's this corner here. And we're going to save the game before we sleep. We're not going to set an alarm. Ooh, we're having trouble trying to sleep. I wonder why. Continue trying. There we go. Oh, look at all that healing. All right, so we struggle to awareness. Shocker. Let's also put safe mode back on. I'd like to know if I'm accidentally about to run into mayhem. Because you will. You'll run right into somebody's fist. There we go. We can also pop out front and see if we're... Oh, we still got... There's more spiders for sure. They're really just supplying us with lots of... well, the most important thing that I've been getting, which is melee... and cutting weapons are all improving because of the axe that I'm using. We're getting great axe familiarity. Amazing. We've got knife skills and stuff, it seems. Probably from cooking is what it's saying. It's hilarious. Just come on out here. We're well healed in a lot of different ways. Let's just deal with our pest while we can. Ooh. Ooh. Man, I think he just got a lot of really good bites in on us. Oh. There we go. We are in pain, pain, pain. Let's deal with our bleeding torso first. No, we're not going to stop. The hurts is the stinging. There we go. Minor bleeding. There we go. Nice. Our practical skill in healthcare has increased. That's how we get that skill up. Yeah. We were hurt. Yeah, we're still dealing with the incredible pain from the poison. I wonder if we'll like eventually get like an immunity to this sort of thing. No. It's like I'm aware that I'm like still taking like the poison damage, which is something else. This dude is having the craziest time right now. It's just fighting off a spider horde. There we go. Well, eating burgers. There we go. And then we're going to have ibuprofen. We're going to do some antiseptic there, and then we're going to start using the alcohol wipes for everything else. Excellent. Nothing to get better. Excellent. And some clean water. Still in unmanageable pain. I don't know that we're going to be able to read the big book on first aid right now. God, and the spiders are crawling around out there like crazy. All right, theoretical knowledge to healthcare increased. Go ahead and drop the giant book that we don't need anymore. Why don't we eat that confit we are? No, just continue eating the things that go old. We'll drop this tin. Okay. Let's talk about and see what we can build and can't. Now, we have a bow and arrow that we've not decided to get better with, even though that would be a great idea right now because we're injured and we shouldn't really go out there and fight more spiders this way. What we should do is build arrows so that we don't use our good arrows and get better at using bows. So the question is, can we build? Yes, we can. I'm going to do a batch by pressing B. And I'm going to pick 6 because that makes 60. I'm going to drop the X because we don't need it. Oh, I should have been near the thing. Luckily, the spiders don't break through windows. It's really convenient that they don't. All right, so we're going to do the compound hunting bow. Can drop the crude arrows we're carrying. We're going to wear the quiver. We're going to unload said quiver. We're going to grab these crude arrows. All right. Now, I need a place to shoot arrows. No real danger. There we go. We need a target. You can practice target. Yeah, you're just right there on the floor. And we are hungry still, so let's go deal with that. We can eat some old cheese and drink some soy milk. Beautiful. All right. Now, I believe there's also practice right here. And archery is not one of them. Okay. So we just use it until it becomes. So fire, and since we've put that target there, it pretends like it's ooh, even with our precise aim, it will be terrible. That sucks. Do we get closer? Closer? Wow. We'll just go ahead and do some shooting. So you can see that our archery is up to 22%. It's also increasing our marksmanship. So, but our marksmanship was also increased a little bit during the time we were shooting our shotgun. You have nothing to reload. Okay. Did I only grab enough arrows for the quiver? Oh, because it's not enough to fit into the pocket. Okay. Well, oh well. Choose item to haul. We're gonna choose these. Da da da. Da da da. Okay. Stop hauling. Enable auto haul. You just come get them. Drop them back here. Stop hauling. There we go. Oh, see, now it's going to give me these options. That's going to annoy me. So how do we want to deal with that? I wish it wouldn't do that. Because if we fire from inside there, it takes less of his time. However, I'm going to unload this quiver. There we go. Then I can just fire from the floor. Just keeping an eye on my stamina. Wait until we catch our breath. We're gonna ignore it because they don't matter to us. There we go. We have a practical skill in archery and a theoretical understanding. Both go up. Now, does that mean it's now a thing we can, yes, we can practice. All right. We have what we need. It will not do the skill above 2. Okay. We will ignore. So our proficiency has increased. Stop practicing. Yes. All right. So is there a more advanced archery available? Not here. All right. So now we have a practical and theoretical understanding of archery of 2. That's not terrible. And with a marksmanship of 1, it could be better. These could be much better. All right. So we picked up our 20 crude arrows that we can fit in our quiver. All right. We are not holding the axe. If we had to swing, it would be with the compound bow, which I'm sure would hurt them considerably, but it probably wouldn't be as effective as the axe. So let's come on outside. And we also only have 20, and we didn't bring the good arrows, and we should bring the good arrows. Drop, or let's see, unload these. Drop. I don't think we need to drop any of those. Grab. There we go. The carbon fiber boys. Okay. Now, Got a web spinning spider down. Ooh, on both sides. Ooh, let's go to this guy. Should you come out of there? There we go. Now he's visible. All right, so I'm taking aim. But even with a precise aim, it's not going to do very... Ooh, oh my god. He got so close to us. Fire. Bam. Okay. Woohoo. That was lucky. So we grabbed our arrow, which is excellent. All right. Up above us is another spider. I'll go get him because he's the one crawling around outside our window. Creep. All right, that's going to be far away. There we go. All right, now we're going to get as much aim in as we can. There we go. So we hit him. It's a grazing blow. We're going to then run. Try using grass and other stuff. And we're going to get a shot in on him. There he is. A little bit steadier. Oh, and it was a miss. Do that running thing again. Now he's very fast, so we're not getting a whole lot of... Oh my god. Ooh. Just smashed him with the bow. Because I didn't want to lose too many other arrows there, and he was right up on us. Oh, and we are bleeding. We are running low on bandages, too. Grab our arrow. You can also do an auto pickup on things like arrows. It's a good thing, especially once you're in the like solid habit of hunting. Some young leaves, yummy. Let's see. Ooh. We'll take these. But I think we'll leave the e-cig for now. Multi-tool. I've already got an X-Acto knife, so I'm not sure the box cutter is going to do me any good. Alright, so we've got some dead spider corpses to deal with here. Yeah, we're just going to ignore. There we go. Let's just haul this ugly guy over here so we don't get attacked while we're doing this, because I would like to dissect again. Learn a little bit more. There we go. You carefully record the creature's vulnerabilities. That's right. I'm learning. All right. So we've prepared ourselves a little bit, but we're still taking way too much damage from these horrifying Spidermans. Let's go ahead and unload our carbon fibers. We're going to grab some crude wooden arrows. I'm not sure that we're going to continue getting experience from shooting a target. So yeah, there's some on the floor here. And then there's the in-progress archery. Makes no sense. So, precise shot. Whiz. Okay, so we got to find where our archery is So we have 1% above 2 just now. Let's continue shooting. So we should be more than that now. And we are not. We are still at 1%. So I'm assuming that shooting crude arrows at a target is not sufficient to continue progressing our archery skill. We have to shoot it at horrible creatures like those spiders. Groovy. We can do a bit of athletics, which is great because that really does actually help us with some stuff. There it is. Yeah, we can stop practicing now. All right. So it just gave us some, and there's literally a spider out there going, I see you. Good. All right. So we get a little athletics, helps us with our stamina. Close that up. Come through here. Beautiful. All right. Gonna continue eating our delicious foods. There we are. We've got plenty of bandages and stuff here that we could grab up. Ooh, we'll use this, and then we can use, is it, no, it's not that one. It's not the filter. Is it C? No. C is container. My inventory here. This is the ground beneath me, and I've got some sauerkraut there because that makes no sense. There we go. Inventory. Ground beneath me. Okay. I was originally coming over here to do something, so I want to see everything, and I want to see it's sorted. There we go. S by category. That's the stuff. And then this will allow me to sit there and just go down to the medicine and where's the bandages? Boy, oh boy. Oh, it's because of the first aid thing here. It's like inside of that, so it's just being annoying. So yeah, let's unload the first aid box. We can also unload the MRE. All right. Now I should be able to just grab bandages and whatnot. We've got tools, food, drug. And there's just plastic bag 7 hidden item. Okay. There's nothing I can do to see, it just moves it to me. That's annoying. I wish I was better at this, and thus better at explaining how you should do it. But as you realize, I'm still not the best. Oh my goodness. But this is still very exciting. Okay, so we're in a decent place physically, minus the very weakened torso, but we're still surrounded by spiders, and we're not very good with our bow. So let's drop the bow. go. We're also going to drop everything that's not essential to our current build. Pretty sure the screwdriver is on the multi-tool, so that's not needed anymore. Ooh. We're like holding. Oh, no wonder I couldn't see it. It's on me from the unload. That's nice. Okay. Okay. Let's go over here and wield our axe. Could also stand to gain some armor, but I am not qualified for that yet either. Okay. I think where we want to go is up here. That seems like a fine path. Zomborg. Never even heard of it. Yes, we will stop moving. What? A mix of dead human and even deader technology. This twisted mess of steel and flesh moves like a puppet in the hands of an angry toddler. Its robotic components seem to have shut down, and new bands of flesh have wrapped around them, tugging and pulling in awkward directions. Oh my gosh. That's insane. Bits of metallic skeleton and armor plating jut from its decaying flesh. Oh. It is slower than you. A patch of sand. Okay, so this is a strange warehouse, it says, in glassed sand. Well, I mean, obviously I have to investigate, but if that thing comes after me, I'm probably toast. I'm going to take a quick break because I also need to change my seat. I've got one of those kneelers, and this thing is killing my back. I'll be back soon. Because I have a chair with a back now. Oh, it's nice. Okay. Zomborg, terrifying. Also, I'm not wearing my backpack. I came out here with zero real thinking. Yeah, I know. We're going to leave the Zomborg. There we go. Spiders everywhere. Lovely. Alright, so now we're going to wear our backpack with items. We're also consider other things. I think we're good there. Should we, where's that, it's in the, there it is. Gonna take the plastic canteen full of water as well. Alright. And we're gonna go back out this crazy way. We're gonna come back here, but I'm sure it'll take us right to the old Zomborg. Bam, there it is. Okay, so what is this on the map? Strange warehouse. Okay. If we drop down, so there's multiple Zomborgs. It's not like, ooh, a big slug. Oh my god, they look insane. Oh my god. They look like Terminators. Let's see. Ridiculous. Alright. And there's that vehicle we kind of skipped past. Alright, I'm going to continue. I'm using the mini map here to help me navigate past. So now I don't see him. So I'm going to get closer to the building. Oh, this is crazy. We're going to crouch in the hopes that we make less noise and draw less attention. But if they... Oh, no, they see us. All right. So it sees us. It's currently faster than us because we are doing that. However, now it's slower than us when we switch to walking. Okay? All right, so they're not shooting any... Oh, there's 5 Zomborgs now. Of variable color. Wow, okay. Yeah, I don't care about the slug. Okay, so there's a strange warehouse, but if we, just walk away from the Zomborgs, right? Wow. Wow. There's so many. They're just leaking out of there. Just gonna take a nice stroll here. La 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 la, taking Zomborgs on a walk. La da da. They're like south of us, still just tripping and falling. Alright, so now they're out of sight. Doesn't mean they're not still following us. There's a concept of like scent trails and all sorts of stuff. So like you can always lead zombie hordes right back to your place if you're not careful. Oh my goodness, this is insane. Yeah, just glad the Zomborgs are slow. Ba ba ba. There we go. What do we got? Nothing useful for me there. A trailhead, but that's nothing. It's a hand pump. There we go. Another broken car. He's got some stuff back here. For now. Ooh. Okay, and then that is some light industry, which is always a good source of tools, but they usually are also sources of zombies. Oh, there's black rats. Who cares? Some cottontail rabbits. I don't see anybody yet, but it doesn't mean they're not here. I wonder if this is... Shunk. What do we got here? Reciprocating saw. So there's definitely some cool tools in view. Ooh, let's get in here where we can... Let's just climb over it. All right, welding goggles. Welding rod. A power drill and a electric masonry saw. Nice. Don't need either of those. We'll take the cordless drill though. Bolt cutters. Very useful tool, as I show here. Where is it, ma'am? There we go. You hear ka-chunk. no longer a problem. Okay. Looks like we're just in the office now. Ooh. So there is another laptop here. Now, if we use that laptop, read, store books, nah. Dig into local files and logs, nah. Got it, right? So there's nothing there. Do. Yeah, I don't have a cash card. And those things get angry if you and loud if you mess with them like that. So you got another laptop. We also have the memory card here, which is usually what you use the laptop for. You just don't want to do it on one that you're not keeping. No stored books on that one. Can we unload the laptop? We can. Excellent. Which means we get that battery. Take the memory cards to be read on our laptop so that we get the whatever's in them. I think that's another laptop there. Yes. And a lot of pens. I'm actually going to get these because these are the things you can actually use on your map. And you can only use them if you have those colors. So, can be useful. Oh, stored books. And then what was it? The dig around on local files and logs? You find nothing interesting. Yeah, I mean, it's what happens. Doesn't mean you don't look, though. Oh, there we go. There we go. That's interesting. Peering down from what appears to be a security camera mount, this monochromatic segment of footage is focused on a section of airport taxiway. A solitary, desert drab plane rests on the stretch of concrete. Its boarding stairs lowered and its twin engines whining as it idles. The drone of its motors almost eclipsing the distant screams of gunfire occasionally conveyed through the crackling audio. Minutes into the tape, a small group of ragged people burst into view, assorted individuals in civilian garb, flanked by a scattering of soldiers, all running headlong towards the aircraft. A small child could be seen at the rear of the group, half carried by a serviceman and lagging behind the main body. Suddenly, a violent flutter of gossamer wings fills the view as dog-sized insectoid lunges past the camera. The colorful wasp alighting the child's back and snapping large mandibles about them as a sickening, writhing carpet of wasps swarms into view and the group's frontrunners begin to hurry up the aircraft steps. A terrible game of tug-of-war ensues between the soldier and the ever-growing number of frenzied peristoids, culminating in the man reeling back, showered in spurting blood and clutching the child's chewed-off arm. As the screaming child is subsumed beneath the twisting carapace of legs and pulsating ovipositors, and the soldier and the ammunition depleting before he's dragged into the aircraft. The last thing the camera records is a spherical object being flung from the plane's closing door, the item pinging off the taxiing aircraft's wing and rolling into the frenzied crowd. The plane powers out of sight moments before the footage goes white. Oh, wow! That's crazy! That's what you look for, man. Woo-wee! What's that e-ink PC gonna do? Does it read stored books? No. It's on us now, so. Yeah, see, it's just like not something we want to carry around on us, I think. Like, why did this random place have that? Groovy. Okay, I mean, interesting. Doubt I'll be able to find it again. And then this is a Volt. Yeah, you messed with the dial for a bit. I don't have a stethoscope or any of the knowledge of how to do that, actually. Basic chemistry. Groovy. All right, so this industry building is clear. No, we go around the dangerous pricky bush. Let's see if there's anything in this truck. Some duct tape, which is always a win. And a plank, which is not. Nothing dangerous so far. It's always a plus. There's another laptop computer here. Ooh. What do we got here? This appears to be a locally saved live stream archive. Oh, I'm just going to read it. Jeez. All right. That was dark. All right. Just check to make sure there's no stored books on there. Grab the unread memory card. We've got a bathroom. So, ooh, pipes are useful. Especially when you turn them into I believe it's actually in the tools. A makeshift crowbar. There we are. Now we're even wielding it, but what we really always want to wield is the wood axe. Ooh, we have no choice. Gonna have to wield the crowbar because we can't, because we can store the wood axe, but not it, huh? All right. I see how things are. Ooh, just in time too. Look at that. So we can open these because of our crowbar. It's got a brick kiln, which what it is a lot of charcoal. Ooh, a brilliantly lovely amount of charcoal. And concrete. And there's some gas, which is never a bad thing. It is too heavy for me to do that with, so I can't. Oh, I'm just trying to. I'm still holding the thing there. I can't get to that corner without like smashing my way in, really. Like one of these bathrooms is gonna have like a horror show worth of bad guys in it. I know it. Toilet paper, which is, you know, the greatest of all finds. Let's get coding. Alright, so we've got a new laptop computer here. Reporters. Muscular penguin. Oh, God. Horrifying. Let's see. Grab those memory cards. Nothing interesting on that one. Physician's Dex reference. I take them all until I know what they do. Okay. Oh my goodness. Wow. Getting all kinds of story. All right. I think we can try to smash our way to this. Wow. We're damaging our crowbar. There we go. Wasn't worth it. Not at all. All right. And we got our bolt cutters. There we go. Crunchy crunch. Bow saw, which we have, so we don't need. We've got welding goggles. Got a hammer. Electric jackhammers. It's got a nice battery in it, but don't need it. This. That. I don't even know what a hot cut is, but I'm going to grab it because I don't. We're going to grab the reciprocating saw. I'm unsure of its value yet, but given the world we're in, I can't imagine it's not going to be useful. All right, so this whole place is explored and empty of zombies, which was really lucky. All right. So we've still got our base way down here, but it's not next to anything. So if we find anything else, we'll probably end up using it because it's just not valuable yet. No, don't care. Doesn't matter that we don't care. It's like, oh God, there's a black rat. Whatever will you do? Just chasing some chipmunks now. Adorable. There we go. An evac shelter, huh? What's the story gonna be? Ooh. It's a zombie at this evac shelter. Alright. As cool as you are, I want to wield my my wood axe. We're gonna drop the backpack. And I'm going to go, ooh, I don't know. There's a deranged Axeman in there. And I'm not sure that I actually want, I mean, I am also currently a deranged Axeman, but you know what I mean? Like, I'm pretty sure that could be a real problem. So we're going to just, we're going to put our backpack back on, you know. We're going to wield our crowbar again and store our wood axe, and we're just going to move on. Let's just see, how do we, danger. Yep. Axeman. Alright, so we're gonna go this way, but just take a wide angle on it. It's alright. Ooh. It's really just coming straight back across here, isn't it? All trails. Groovy. Okay, let's try this one. Nice. Let's see. Doesn't have anything of value on him. So we will continue on. Let's go down this way then. Yes, we're going to stop moving. Zombie soldiers are dojo. Oh, there's another thing here. Oh, it's so like there's no point in me continuing on that way because that's way dangerous. Let's do it here. Soldiers 2. All right. Let's continue up this way. Zombie runner spotted. Oh, this is just a horde. Lovely. It's just the edge of one, and it's not exactly something you want to run into because they'll run you down and then everything else will run you down. Oh, come on. Just have to get a little further away. Alright, I see a wasp at the far end of this. It's just never good. Alright, we can come down to this radio tower and see what's up here. They usually don't have much. Oh no, it's a wasp nest. Okay, good. Learning about all the dangers. Yep. Dangerous wasps. Okay, so this is a trailhead. Likely there's a map board. Something to pick its lock with. Oops. Hear glass breaking. Alright. Read our trail guide. Can drop it. We don't need a charger. Now our map shows all the trails. Not as useful as a road map, but some value in there. That's not a bad thing to have. Speaking of which, we should figure out what we have that's useful and not, since we're starting to get a bit heavy. All right. These we don't need. For one reason or another, it's just not useful to us. Okay. And that leaves us with these guys. These aren't useful yet, but they will be. Especially since we can get to 3 from here. Oh, that's going to be great. Applied science is useful. Devices to 3. Social to 6. Oh, and I got so much social because I was a deal. All right. Good. We were just dropping stuff here. Okay. We're still next to a horrifying wasp nest. Wasp nest. Wasp nest. Let's go ahead and go all the way back to our cabin. That is not the direction I would choose to go. So let's get a bit of a path travel going on here. There we go. Just take the forest row. Why would you go into the webs? What a nightmare. Really have to deal with those. Maybe a fire. Pretty sure the fire would kill me too, though. Oh God, I hate traveling in the woods without auto travel. And it's still just trying to take me into those oh, spider webs. I fell over into them again and again. Ooh, we got spiders here. We're gonna switch to a run. We're gonna pull back and go this way. There we go. Okay, we're gonna stop doing that because we do have an extremely limited amount of stamina, especially right now. Okay. Wow. All right. Well, we picked up stuff. We've got stuff we need to deal with. Beautiful. We'll leave all those. That's fine. I don't mind carrying a bunch of pens on me. They really don't take up a lot of space. The reciprocating saw, these kind of like special tools, I think, go all. Flint and steel's great when you need fire for anything else, but I think I'm always going to carry fast fire with me. I think we can drop everything but the red pen and the regular pen. Perfect. Okay. Now, what? Okay. I have no idea. We got back. I need to use my laptop now to use the SD card, download data. I've got to carry the laptop. Forgot about that. It's this weird thing where you have to have the laptop on you to do this. Why? I do not know. There we go. So we found 10 recipes, which include beans and rice, speed loader shoots. It's just so random. We have heavy cream. You finished downloading data for 15 cards. 3 of them appear to be encrypted or corrupted. And then we've got 28 new photos, 74 new songs. I don't know what we're going to do with everything, but let's see. Then we got, read store books. So there's no books on there. Sad. It says manage external storage. Right? V2 device from card. Interesting. So I can definitely like move data around or something, right? I guess maybe. Yeah. Yeah. Hilarious. Okay, so we have right. I just wonder what happens with the recipes. Are they just like on the drive? Does it matter? Anyway, so what do we have right now in the way of like what we can make in the dangerous categories? It's great. We're still on the crudes here. Ooh. Bleeding control. That's an excellent area that I would love to improve on. So bandages. Ah, there we go. So the adhesive bandage being the worst, both of these makeshift bandages are better than them. And then you get a regular bandage when you have some way to make an antiseptic. Okay. Groovy. All right. But the bandage is by far the best. Okay, cool. Well, and you can do it with thyme oil, apparently. Oh, but you do need the tape, too. All right, so... All right. Let's just batch make 10 of these bad boys. Just going to drop... Yeah, doesn't matter. Perfect. Okay. Let's go ahead and improve that. So we heal a little better. It's quite an injury we have, actually. It'd be nice to not die to death from it. Alrighty, we still need to practice animals, others. There we go. Ooh, be a good way to catch some food. Right, we can. I don't have a sewing. Oh, wow. So we can make an awl if we need to. The wooden needle's easy. Splintered wood's easy to get. Just smash something. Alright, I don't think that's what I need. What I needed was to drop stuff off. Alright, 30 makeshift bandages is great, but maybe a bit more than we need. Got the alcohol wipes, good. We're going to drop 15 of those. Alright. Believe there's a carving knife. I want to know. Yeah, our curving knife should be our butchering option, I believe. We can go ahead and drop that folding knife. It also counts as a weapon should I be in a terribly stressful situation. having to fight myself. Or fight the battles again. Okay. So... Wasp. Just a nightmare. Swamp all around us. I just don't think we're going to be staying here once we find a proper place away from here. Because it's a pretty ugly area. All right, so it's starting to get dark though. So let's do a path that's not quite so deep in the woods. Got all the stuff I need, right? Yeah, okay. You cannot reach your destination. You're right. I should sneak past the spiders first. What is that? Is that another bruised corpse of zombie dog? And then it says the pulped corpse of Liam. Oh, that's up there. Okay, good. All right, so the zombie dog apparently had a battle with the spiders and lost. Horrifying. All right. I'm seeing more dogs who may be a little freaked right now. There we go. All right. Now we're a little past where we need to. Let's go ahead and... Oh, man. It's always going to be these stupid black rats here. Just out in the middle of fields. Not hurting anyone. Still a baller. All right. Continue traveling. Ooh. Slime spotted. Yes. Got some slimes south of us, huh? Apparently lots of slimes. Lots and lots of slimes. A black blob of viscous goo oozing across the ground like a glob of living oil. And there's dead bodies over by them. Ooh, not that they're currently carrying anything worthwhile. I'm going to turn off the safety mode, though, so I can walk towards them. I have no idea how fast these things travel, but there are so many of them. Look at the mini-map. It's insane. My assumption is that they cannot travel quickly. Wow, that's an insane number of slimy boys. I mean, they look like they're coming towards me, right? Yeah, but they don't have a an exclamation point. All right, so we've got it's right here, slime pit. Lovely. All right, just get out of there. Okay, so it's just like a non-stop menagerie of horror. Okay, so let's go up this way, get away from the horror shows here, come back across this way, and now we're gonna start traveling south again. There's nothing but nightmares everywhere. Oh my god. So I think we're near a farm. Yes. That hopefully does not contain zombie cows. Because zombie cows are like, seriously. Oh. There we go. Dealt with that. Okay. What are we looking at here? Manure. Okay. Not a problem. And I see horses. All right. Living horse. Not a nightmare horse. Which is also nice. It's much faster than you. Yeah. So we just got to find where the house is. So there's usually a house. There's something here. A body. He's got nothing on him, though, and there's a tractor, and that's not of value to me right now. Oop, there we go. That's a little house. Ooh, a paddock. Another horse in it. I'm gonna let that guy out. There you go. Let you out. There we go. Let's go in through this way, I guess. Okay. Ain't broke, fix it. And the Alpha Male Quarterly. Sounds great. Riding helmet. I think we should wear a riding helmet. That sounds like good protection. A dressage whip. How effective as a weapon is that? So here's our wood axe, right? You see this -1. That means it's less accurate. And it's really got like a little bit of cut, and that's it. Like, this is just a million times better. Okay. So, horse tack, yoke and harness. Adorable. So we've got a greenhouse and a farmhouse out here. Let's go over to them. Expect we might see the residents still in decayed form. Mineral water. Umbrellas are not terrible, and neither are sunglasses when we're trying to deal with the I just don't think we need to like it's a large object, you know. There we go. Just continue on. Let's go ahead and close that so something can't come in behind us. A riding helmet. That's what is it? There we go. Ha. It's the same exact thing. Okay, cool. Self-esteem for dummies, and yes, this person was having a little struggle. They were a little struggle bussy. Just some extinguishers. Okay, this is not. Oh, yes. Butcher knife. Good weapon, good butcher. Okay. Flour. All right, let's go and check out the upstairs. Some multivitamins never hurt. We'll leave that soap. Ooh, leather duster. This is a lot of good sources of leather right there. Leather corset. A dry duffel bag. All right. What's this? Oh, yeah, 64. Beautiful. All right, so we're going to unload the backpack. we're going to take off the backpack because now we have just so much more storage space. It's really going to be a weight thing. Oh, dry duffel bag. What's the difference? What is a dry duffel bag? You know? I know what a duffel bag is. Watertight. Capable of floating. Oh, but it is severely encumbering. Shocker. All right. I mean, that's not bad at all. We're going to grab all of those. Meds are so important. Yeah. An electric guitar. Take the solder. And that's it, really. Okay. This house is clear. Let's go check out that greenhouse. We're in a shed. Ooh, and the door is locked. I don't have the thing anymore, which is a real shame. Sugar beet seeds. Planter with a mature plant of rose. So they're all roses. Not exactly valuable to me, but alright, let's deal with this door. Just can smash my way through it with this axe. It's got some seeds. Sure. All right. Explored. And looks like we've got another little farmhouse situation. Ooh, a dairy farm. Let's go check that out. Wow. I just passed by a whole bunch of stuff. Cows spotted. Yeah. Why are these cows? They're like, one of them is bleeding and it's tracking because of it. Probably because it got injured and it's looking for something to blame. I passed by a silo. That's what it was. All right. Well, zombie cow is okay. So there's a zombie cow situation here. Oh, it's now a leathery horror stumbling. This is not good. Zombie cow. Go ahead and give that a 3. And now we're going to run away. There we are. Okay. I think it's time to return home before any more nightmare fuel finds us. Sadly, our friends did not make it. There's our crowbar. Okay, so time to drop off some of the things we found. Just gonna hold on to these. It's the best way I take them. All right, drop the carving knife because we've got the butcher knife. Oh yeah. All right. Let's go ahead and be comfortable. Eat a little soy milk. Let's go ahead and give ourselves a calcium tablet and a multivitamin. That's funny. All right. Turn our safety back on. Read all the things I haven't read yet. Okay, so we could do some trapping, shotguns. We could start getting into the sciences. Boy, oh boy. We're still kind of like the wood axe has been doing some work for us. But I'm not sure that we can deal with any of the problems around us right now with a wood axe. All right, I think this is a good point to put in a stop for the evening. I'm loving this, so it's definitely coming back. I hope you guys will join me. Until next time.